First of all, we're going to start with Justin Urquhart Stewart. He's the founder of 7IM, very well-respected media person. And what he's going to talk about is taking us around the world as far as the investments are concerned, looking at the impact of Brexit and effectively going forward, looking at some of the things that we should be paying attention to.
I'm here to actually work with Jill for Future Life, really to try and actually, I suppose, to give people some idea of what on earth's going on in the world. You couldn't make it up at the moment. I think sometimes we're living in a Jeffrey Archer novel, except probably better written.
I'd just like to introduce Atiba Lyons, who is head coach and part owner, Sheffield Sharks. Atiba will be looking at the situation regarding how do we actually get a winning team. You know, from his perspective, he's based in Sheffield and he's having to find players from all over the world for his roster without actually having met them. And what he's going to do is share with us actually those qualities he's looking for in his players. Then we're going to have Natasha Engel. Natasha, former MP for North East Derbyshire, and more latterly she was also the Deputy Speaker of the House of Commons as well. Natasha is an interesting person in that she's actually looked into the reality of fracking, and the purpose of this is to actually dispel some of the myths that were out there and look at the implication of fracking post-Brexit, of whether or not we need this for fuel security. Then we're going to have Dave Capper and also Professor Hake from Sheffield Hallam University. Now, these two guys are very, very well versed on the implications of well-being in the workplace and how this can affect profitability in the company. They're also going to look at the advanced well-being venture in the Don Valley. And finally, it's me. I'm talking about the boring things about pensions, taxation, and also the implications of Brexit that has had on investments, and why we should be so concerned at the implications of not hedging your investments going forward.
I think it's been a great event. I think there have been some very informative speakers right across everything from financial services to kind of the health and sports side of things. In particular, what's going on in Sheffield, it's been really interesting to hear. So yeah, overall a fantastic event to come along to.
I thought it was fantastic. I wasn't expecting such a wide range of speakers, expertise, knowledge. Fascinating, really interesting.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very informative. Covered a wide number of areas, from team working through to really interesting in terms of what's happening with Sheffield and the development of the hub here. Also, really interesting points I think that Jill made in terms of people's financial plans and their pension planning and what's happening in the industry as a whole, and people taking good advice around that and having a thorough financial plan.